Hey besties, welcome to our group chat podcast. We're your hosts, Sarah
and Milena. We're here to discuss all things pop culture, reality TV, entertainment, and everything in between.
The same way you would in your favorite group chat.
Thanks for listening. Hey bestie.
Hey bestie.
Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I have something in my throat and I can just feel like a lump.
We're being silly. It's Friday.
Friday. So by the time you guys listen to this episode, like the weekend's gonna be over.
Yeah.
But Sarah and I are hanging out tomorrow. We have a girls' day with our other friend Tian. We're going to London, renting an Airbnb, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
I'm excited. It's gonna be really good.
I'm so excited. We haven't seen each other in a long time, like in person.
Yeah, since November.
Yeah, so I'm excited to have some social interaction other than people that I work with.
Same. I mean, I don't even see people in person, so I'm excited to see anyone.
Very true, because you work from home.
Yeah.
So upsetting. So, Sarah, how's your week been?
Well, Milena, I have watched about 42 episodes of Love Island. And it's been amazing. I'm rewatching season 5, and it's so good that now every time I'm talking in my head, it's in a British accent. And my family has started to do it because I start talking to them in a British accent.
Yeah.
But it's been good. I feel like the week went by so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all I've done is literally watch Love Island. How about you?
I've watched a lot of TV. So I watch a lot of reality TV. I think you do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like Big Brother just started, so I'm watching that. And then Real Housewives of Potomac's on. Real Housewives of New York is on. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is on. And I have to watch those every week, including The Bachelorette. So I feel like all I do when I come home is watch TV.
It's nice though. Like it's something to look forward to, right?
I definitely enjoy it. Like I love watching a good TV show and like having a snack at night. So yeah, I'm having a great time, a great week. And yeah, I'm good.
We're just a couple of TV watchers. This is all we did though when we lived together. Like we would both come home from work, be like, do you want to watch Siesta Key? Do you want to watch The Desperate Housewives?
Yeah, or we'd be like, do you want to watch YouTube videos?
And raw on our couch.
That's all we would do. It's like in our last year when we had a big flat screen TV that came with the apartment, it was like golden. We were so excited.
That's what sold us on the house. We were like, oh yeah, don't give a shit what it looks like. As long as it comes with a free flat screen, we're down. So we could stream our stuff. We didn't have cable.
It was so good. It was good.
It was really good.
Okie dokie, let's jump right on in to our pop culture news of the week. So we have an update from last week's story. So an update on Britney Spears. So Britney was granted the right to hire her own lawyer. So Matthew Rose-Nart, I think is his name, was Britney's lawyer of choice and has agreed to be the singer's new legal representation, according to Page 6. So this is a huge win for Britney because from the beginning of time, she's had a court-appointed representative, I think. And they definitely were not on her side. So her being able to appoint her own lawyer, to have someone who will be there to represent her, is amazing for her. So I really think good things are going to come from this.
I think so too. I feel like there's that's a little silver lining in this whole story for her. And I feel like hopefully justice will be served for Britney because like we said last time, she deserves the best. And I feel like this is that little like kick that she needed to feel like something is going to actually come out of this in her favor. So I just hope so.
Me too. We will definitely keep you guys updated on Instagram with what's going on with Britney because we are Britney stans and she deserves the justice.
She does.
Our next stories are all of our stories this week are very happy and upbeat.
Love it.
For once. So Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are engaged, we think.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Alabama posted a story that an article that was published saying that they got engaged in Vegas. So since Alabama posted it, we're assuming it's true and we're assuming it's real, but you never really know.
Yeah, so like for anyone that doesn't know, Alabama is Travis's daughter. I think she's in her teens.
I think she's 15.
Yeah, so she's like pretty like not old, but she's older and like I don't know. I feel like that gives away some hints. I don't know if they're just being thirst monsters and making it seem like they're engaged. Either way, they seem genuinely happy. So I'm here for it. I hope that they're engaged. They've known each other for so long. Like both of their families have hung out together even before that they started dating. And I feel like this is just like a match made in heaven that I did not expect at all. But
I know.
I hope it's true.
I hope it's true too. She deserves happiness. They clearly are head over heels with each other, and I love to see it.
Right? And like how is Scott with his like 19-year-old underage girlfriends feeling?
Oh my God. Okay, honestly, when the story first broke, I was like, I wonder if Scott's like really upset. Because on the last season of Keeping Up, he was still wanted to be with her. Like he was expressing how he would do anything to like, get back together with her, and he was willing to do whatever she wanted. It's like I really wonder how he's feeling and how he's taking it.
Right? Like he wanted to propose to her. He like in the last season of Keeping Up, he was talking about how he seriously wanted to like settle down and get married to her. And I feel like he was always pushing and prying to take that next step, but she didn't want to. That it would be like gutting to find out that your ex is now engaged to someone that she's only been with for like maybe a year. But
Yeah,
honestly, happy for her. She
happy
deserves
for
it.
her. And hopefully Scott finds happiness. If it's not with Amelia, hopefully it's someone else.
Hopefully it's someone of age. Like
Yeah,
we need
someone
to talk
older.
about how he's always going for these little girls. I find it really uncomfortable. Like, why can't you find someone your age? Like at least 5 years younger than you. Come on. There's gotta be someone out there that's a little bit younger than you that you're not dating a child.
I know. And I think so I watch Real Housewives because her mom is on Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And she actually talked about it a lot last week's episode. And I don't know, it just it's very thirsty to me. Like she kept saying oh, do I call him the Lord? Like it was very, very weird. And like they're living for it clearly because like Scott is directly attached to the Kardashians and everyone knows the Kardashian Jenners. So I don't know if she's in it because like she's close to like the Kardashians or if it's for him. And for that, I feel bad for him.
Yeah. I feel like he goes for these girls that they're a little bit of thirst monsters as well, where they want that clout and that fame. Like they're really chasing that fame, I guess, to get bigger and grow their career. And Scott is looking for like a serious relationship. But no offense, you're not going to find it in like an 18, 19, 20-year-old when he's approaching, if not 40 years old already.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know. If I was Amelia's mom, is it Lisa Rinna? Yeah, if I was Lisa Rinna, I would be like, sorry, this is not happening. Is she not just turned 19?
I don't know.
She's like so young.
Sure, she's young, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Come on, go for like a 30-year-old at least. Why do you have to go for someone that's not even of legal drinking age?
Yeah, true, because they live in America. I keep forgetting that America's age is 21.
It's just so uncomfortable for me to see him like Sophia Richie, Amelia. Why such young girls? Like, even if I was Kylie, I'd be like, these girls are younger than I am. Why are you dating them?
Yeah, although I really did ship Sophia and Scott. I thought they were like two peas in a pod. At first I thought it was cringy, but I loved them together. When they broke up, I was devastated. And then I was even more devastated when I saw who he was going for after.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. I'm sticking to my guns. I really think that this man needs to find a grown-ass woman and let these kids basically live their life. Like their brain hasn't even been fully developed yet. Like let's find someone that's an adult and ready for this phase of life with you.
Yeah. Well, we wish Courtney and Travis all the best and Scott all the best. Our last story is a little Bachelor Nation news. So Ashley Iconetti and Jared Hypon, is that how you say his name?
Girl, I don't even know.
Are expecting a baby. So the baby is due February 10th, and it was announced on her Instagram as well as on Amazon Live. I think it was the day before yesterday or yesterday.
Girl, get your coin. Like announcing with Amazon?
Right? I was like, sis, go off.
Me too. Honestly, I'm so happy for them. Like, Ashley was, I feel like they played her so, like they just like did her so dirty in the Bachelor franchise, and
Oh,
she's such a
100%.
sweet girl. She was actually there to find love, and then her and Jared had this really like big spark and connection as friends, and then they finally got engaged and they're married and now they're having kids. It's like a fairy tale out of Bachelor Nation that you love to see. It's like Caitlyn and Jason. Like it's just like so cute and so, I don't know, heartwarming to watch.
You know, Bachelor Nation, like the Bachelor producers did her dirty on every single, like on The Bachelorette, no, The Bachelor, on
Mhm.
Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelor Winter Games. Like she was done dirty every time. And
Right?
I felt so bad for her because they made her look like she was crazy.
Literally.
Like, and I think if you don't see beyond the editing, you would think that this girl's crazy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
I always saw underneath.
Me too.
And I love her and I'm so happy for her. And I'm happy that she found love and now is expecting a baby and is expanding her family.
Yes, me too. I can't wait to see like if it's a boy or girl. Are they going to talk
Right?
about what the gender is, what their plans are for their family? I'm really excited.
Me too. That's all we have for our pop culture news of the week. It really wasn't a busy week for stories,
No,
to be honest. But yeah, some good ones though. It was
it
a really
was
good week
good.
though. So let's move on to the Bachelorette. So the episode was again emotional. I feel like every episode I end up crying somewhere.
Same. Like every episode, I'm like low key bawling my eyes out watching with my fiance, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like literally bawling for the last 8 episodes, or not 8, but I think it's 4 or 5. This is our 8th episode or ninth now, but yeah, I've been crying for weeks now. It's just so emotional.
Yeah, it's so sad. So the episode starts off and Katie proposes to Tasha and Caitlin that she wants the guys to have a bit of a competition slash a challenge. And she wanted to see who would last the longest without masturbating. I don't know why I
Truly.
whispered it. But and when Caitlyn went and told the guys, which first of all, I think Caitlyn was the perfect person to go and break the news. I just thought it was
Yes,
hilarious.
me too.
Um, they all seemed a little shook, and I think some of them were concerned.
I think some of them were like, "Oh my God, like, what am I gonna do?" Like, especially Blake and even Michael A. I don't know if you heard when she was like, "Oh, well, I hope you did some self-care this morning." Michael's like, "Yep." I was like, "What do you mean, yep, Michael? I mean, you gotta do what you
Yeah.
gotta do." But I did not expect Michael A. to be like, "Yeah, no, all good over here."
And then Connor, I was shook. I was like, oh my God, are your students watching this episode?
Oh my God, this guy is getting sewered. Like, how can you go back to school and face these children in September, or I guess it's August for the States, and they see you making out with a girl, get dumped on TV, and talk about sexy time with yourself?
Literally. I was dying. Blake, of course, like I shouldn't have been shocked. He was like the most concerned, like he was gonna die
Truly.
if he couldn't do it. Um, but I'm pretty sure towards the end of the episode he lost. So
Oh, for
there's that.
sure. It was so funny though how like clearly Caitlyn couldn't actually say like anything about like self-pleasuring on television, and she had to like beat around the bush the whole time, but yet
Yeah.
the guys were like, "Oh, wait, I think I know what you're talking about," and it just made it so like awkward but funny at the same time. I really enjoyed it because you got to see, I don't know, their like true personalities come out because they were so caught off guard.
Yeah. I loved it. I love the challenge. I wonder who lasted the longest.
Yeah, we didn't get any updates.
We all know who lasted the shortest.
Blake.
After that, so there was a lot. So the drama with Hunter continued and it kind of goes throughout the whole episode. But basically Hunter shares with poor Greg who he thinks Katie's top 4 will be. So he said he said himself, Greg, Connor B, and one other person, and he never really named the person, I don't think. Like, I don't think he named a fourth person.
No.
But he said a fourth person, but he didn't name who. And first of all, poor Greg. He was probably, I think when he heard that, he was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to know this information. Please stop talking to me. Because
like some old man came in.
Like, he just looks so concerned. Like, it was like he got tea that he didn't want to get.
Yeah.
When your friend tells you a secret that like you don't want to know.
Yes.
But then he obviously went and told people. Because it came back to bite him in the butt during the group date.
For sure. You know who, I think I said this on the podcast last week, but Greg is giving me such Sean Booth vibes of like, don't tell me that you're kissing other people. I don't want to know that I'm in competition. Like, boy, we're on The Bachelor. Like, what did you think you signed up for? This isn't Let's Date Katie, Greg and Katie. You're with a whole bunch of other men dating people. And I feel like it's really getting to him, and he's becoming so insecure now because of it.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's starting to realize like, oh shit, like things are getting real. She's developing feelings for other people other than me, aka Blake. I think he really sees him as a threat. And I think he realizes like, okay, like this is not like week one anymore.
No, I think he had to have known that he was the front runner, that he was basically her number one pick. Like, she made it so obvious to him, and I'm sure the guys talked about it like off camera that they know that he's at least like her like top 4. But yeah, I don't know, he's just like really showing like his insecurities now, and it's making me nervous that he's gonna go home.
I know, I feel like he's gonna spiral, and like as much as I love a good spiral,
That was
I don't
Greg.
love from Greg.
No. Can't take it.
He's so cute.
He's literally a peach.
So I think this group date that happened was probably my favorite one of the entire season.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you want to take it away?
Sure. Hold on. Let me know.
You love the people that showed up.
Oh my God. Hold on. Where's my friggin' notes? Where's my notes? Oh my God. I can't even remember. I need to look at this damn doc. Oh my goodness. Yes. Monet Exchange and Shea Coulee. Y'all, when I tell you, I was screaming at the television when they came on. I couldn't believe it. Monet, like when I had surgery in like 2019, that's all I watched was that season of Drag Race, and I'm obsessed with Monet Exchange. So I was dying when I saw the 2 Queen of All Queens on my TV screen, and then Michael A, the sweetest man ever, saying 2 beautiful women at this challenge. I can't believe it. Like he can't get any cuter.
I love him. Like, it made me love him even more, and I think everyone in the world that watches The Bachelor loved him even more after that date.
100%. He's so sweet.
I kind of wish they made them dress up in drag, because I really feel like Michael would have been the star.
Me too.
The star of the date.
I feel like him and Connor would have killed it. Blake would have killed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like it would have really taken these guys out of their comfort zone. Yeah, I wish that they did that. I hated the debate. I hated, like, they weren't roasting each other. They were being too, like, politically correct and too nice. I was like, hello, I want to see some digs out here.
I know. Like, it was so annoying, because, like, they went in hard. I think they roasted Blake and a few other people. I remember Blake's.
I remember Hunter's.
Oh, and Hunter. And then, like, when the debate happened, even Monet was like, okay, this is boring.
Yeah.
Like, where's the roast? Like, where's the tea? Like, on every other season when there's been, like, a debate, like, there's actually been a roast. Like, people would go hard.
I know, and it was actually so funny. Whereas this, it was like, I don't know, they're being like too afraid to roast each other or something. But that's what the whole point of the challenge is. Like, you don't have to be so rude that Katie and like everyone else is gonna be questioning like what's going on.
Yeah,
but they just didn't even roast each other. It honestly seemed like it was a political debate.
Yeah, but James did kind of stir things up a little bit.
Yeah,
because they were kind of like, okay, time to roast. And James was like, okay, well, let me spill some tea.
He
Let me
literally
light a
opened
little
his
fire.
book. Yeah. He's like, okay, I have the scroll. What do you want me to start with?
And he exposes that Hunter had a top 4 list. He exposed that Hunter had a top 4 list. And I think he said who was on the list too, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he renamed the list. And then Hunter's like, I never said that.
Need to pull up one of our memes that we made because it fully encompassed exactly what I was seeing. Like this one, it's like a Hunter trying to explain why he thinks he'll be in the top 4, and it's that guy with like all the math equations.
Yeah.
That was literally Hunter.
I think the funniest part of all of it was just seeing Greg's reaction. Because he's like, oh shit, like I spilled the tea and like it came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I didn't mean to be mean. Like he's literally a sad puppy. Like she told him he's a sad puppy and he's a sad puppy.
Yeah, that was so funny. But yeah, all the guys started after that. Guys started roasting Hunter, which I was like, finally a little roast.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like when Hunter had the opportunity to kind of, you know, say a roast back, he was like, I'm not gonna say anything negative about these guys. And I was like, really?
Right.
Like, really, guy? Way to play the game. But one thing I do want to know is that Hunter is a liar. Because when Monet X Change was talking to him and she basically asked him, hey, like, are you in love with Katie? Or are you falling in love with her? Are you going to tell her? And he said, no, I'm not going to tell her because it's like he's going to throw that word around because he doesn't think that they spent enough time together. And Tre overheard the entire interaction and then blows him up on the roast. And Hunter tells Katie, yeah, I'm falling in love with you. Like 10 minutes after he told Monet X Change that he was not.
In front of all the guys. Like it was so tactical. He knew what he was doing by saying that. He was like throwing a Hail Mary, thinking that by telling her he is falling for her, it's going to save his ass from not getting roasted anymore. But realistically, the guys are just showing his true colors.
Yeah, Tre's like, honey, bitch, I saw that interaction. I heard the whole thing. He was just getting caught in his little web of lies, and I was living for it.
Me too.
And then the night portion was pretty boring. James and Tre talked about Hunter, which made Katie physically ill.
I was gonna say, remember when she threw up? I think she was drunk. I'm not kidding. I think she was drunk.
Yeah, I was kind of like a little confused. Like, I don't know. Like, did she like Hunter that much that like it made her sick?
No, I think she was drunk because I was talking to John. I'm like, her eyes are like, you know, the glazed over googly eyes. She's like kind of slurring her words when you're like going from tipsy to drunk. That was what was happening. And she was getting like sweaty and hot. And then I was like, I think she's going to use this as a cop-out because she has to throw up because she's like clearly drunk. So now I need to know, like, were you drunk? Because she just came back and was like, I threw up and the date is over.
Yeah, and then she never gave a rose.
No.
So Hunter made her physically ill, question mark.
Hunter made her physically ill or she was drunk. Katie, please let us know which is which.
Yeah, I would love to know. And then we have the one-on-one. So we had 2 one-on-ones. One was with our sweet gem of a human being, Justin, who I was so excited got the date because, like, as much as he is like a meme across Bachelor Nation, like all over Twitter, his face is used as a meme, but like we haven't really gotten to know him other than his facial expressions. So I was kind of excited to see, you know, more of Justin on my TV screen. I really hate the wedding proposal dates. I think they're kind of funky.
I feel like it's bad luck. Like you're not supposed to be like wearing a dress before your wedding. Like some guy that you're just dating with other men. Like this is not your person. Why is he seeing you in a wedding dress? The photographer was like being such a sport, like such a good sport. He was trying to get them into it, but it was just so I don't know. We find out why it's like really awkward for Katie, but it's always so awkward. There's never a time where it's a fun date to do.
Yeah. But the night portion, Katie really opened up about her relationship with her dad and like his death, which was really sad.
Yeah, I didn't know that he wasn't her actual biological dad. And I guess she doesn't really know who or her real dad now is trying to have a relationship. I think that's what the context was, but that's so sad that she found out, I guess, was it when he was like like dying that that wasn't her actual dad?
I don't remember. But it was really sad.
Yeah.
Like again, just such an emotional episode. And I feel like Katie's a very well-rounded person. I feel like the reason why she's so different is because she really gets to like the nitty-gritty,
Mm-hmm.
and she gets to know the guys on a very deep level right away versus like those lighthearted conversations that they normally have on the one-on-ones, which I
Mm-hmm.
hate. And she really gets to see how they react to certain things and how they would deal with like certain things if they were to be in a relationship. So I love her as a bachelorette for that, because she really gets down to like their core.
Yeah, like nothing is surface level with her. Like she's always having a deep conversation. And I feel like Justin really surprised me in such a good way with how he handled that conversation, because we only see that playful side to them. It was so nice to see that he was so, like, he just let her talk and he didn't interrupt her. And then he just told her that he was there for her and he understands. And he, like, I felt like comforted by him myself. I can only imagine how Katie felt in person with him. And
Mm-hmm.
he's just so freaking sweet. I love Justin. Like, I love him so much.
Same. I'm so happy that she gave him the rose. They had a little mini concert. I feel like there's a mini concert every single episode.
Yeah, with this like old YouTuber. I used to watch him in like
No,
2010.
he used to be on this show either on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon.
I
I
think his
can't
name's like
remember.
Max Schneider.
Yes, he was on a show. I don't remember what show
Yeah.
it was. He was like a little child actor on something. I can't
He's
remember.
kind of weird. Like I just remember him from YouTube making his, like, he's a good singer, but I hate the music dates. Like I hate, especially
Yeah.
when, like, okay, Max is better than that other guy because I had no idea who the other guy was. But at the same time, like, this isn't Blake Shelton. Like, can we bring on like a big celebrity? Because then it would be
Yeah.
more entertaining than Max.
Like I just kind of wish they brought in like some lower, not lower, but some like non-well-known artists that are a bit more popular, like Len and Stella, for example. Like she's
Yeah,
popular, but she's not like insanely popular. Like you know what I mean? Like for
exactly.
those people. That's what.
Yes. And that they'd at least know that song that they're singing.
Yeah. Disrespectful.
Or like sing a cover of a song. I guess you can on
Yeah.
TV, but like it's just so awkward.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of the concerts. There's just so many. Like so many. But then the second one-on-one date was with Connor B, our fave,
Mr.
a
Cat.
double date with Caitlin and Jason. First of all, I love Jason.
He is so cute and so like business minded, manly. I love Jason.
Yeah, and I love how he was like fangirling over Connor. Like I thought it was so cute, and how he only had like positive things to say about him. He's like, "Oh, I really like him," and I kind of like how he said, you know, like their relationship and their connection kind of reminds him of his and Caitlin's, because
Mm-hmm.
they did start off as friends, and
Yeah.
then their romantic relationship kind of developed over time. So I kind of like how he compared the two, because he's like, you know, it's true. Sometimes like you first meet someone, there's no romantic connection there, but then like it slowly over time like builds up and you're like, okay, like this is actually my person.
Mm-hmm.
um this date was really hard for me to watch because I didn't know that Katie didn't see him in a romantic way until the date.
Me neither. And them talking about the kid, like, not to backtrack, but like to go back to Jason, I feel like he was such a good sport because, you know, sometimes you go on like, I don't know, if you went on a double date with someone you don't really know the guy and things can get really awkward and then you're stuck talking to this guy and they could have
Mhm.
made for really awkward TV. But Jason was so good with like, yeah, maybe he just is like a big fan of Connor, but they mesh so well. Like I liked watching them have their own little bro date. But
Yeah,
yeah, I did not know that Katie didn't think of it that way when she's been making out with him for the last 4 weeks. Like,
I
I'm
know.
confused.
I was so sad. Like I was so upset. Um, and then, but I do understand where she's coming from, where she's like when I kissed him, like the connection's not there.
Yeah.
But it still like broke my heart because like it just broke my heart because everyone knew but him.
I know. And like we love Connor. Like since day one, we love Connor. And I was like, this is not going well, but I had some hope. I was like, well, maybe for like the night portion of their date, like things will be better.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I had such high hopes for him. And it came crashing down.
Yeah. So then before the night portion, Katie went to his room and basically was like, this isn't gonna work. But I did like how he handled it.
Yes.
Because he was like, I know where this is going, like it's okay. And like he was kind of comforting her.
He was so
And you know what it
mature.
reminded me of? It reminded me when Colton went to go break up with Tayshia and Colton was crying and Tayshia was consoling him
Yes.
at their
No,
breakup.
100%. Yep. I agree.
Like when I saw that scene, I was like, oh my God, is this Tayshia and Colton?
I
It
know.
reminded me of that whole scenario.
He was so sweet. He honestly, for some reason, reminds me of Robin Williams. Like he's like so goofy, but like such a sweet guy. But if she's coming to your room in jeans and a sweater, like you're getting dumped. She's not wearing like a little cocktail dress for your date night and she's wearing like a sweater and jeans, you know you're getting dumped. I feel like as soon as he opened the door, he was thinking either something like bad happened or I'm getting broken up with right now.
Yeah. It was really upsetting. And the most upsetting part about it was when he went to go say bye to the guys and like they were crying.
I bawled when I saw Greg and Trey bawling. I started crying. Like that's how you know you had a really good guy. If all the guys are upset and have nothing but sweet things to say about someone, you know that that's a good guy. Like I was so upset.
Like they were upset to see him leave. And like in normal circumstances, you'd be like, oh my God, thank God, like one less rose. Like I'm one person. Like it's like less of a chance for me to get sent home. But the fact that these guys were like, man, like a good guy just got sent home, you know, like that guy's like golden.
Yeah.
It was just so sad. Like, and just like the bromance that they have with each other, I loved it. I did feel like some guys weren't really that upset, but they were trying to act upset for the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
What many names? Hunter.
I agree.
Like, I just feel like his like sadness wasn't genuine. I don't know.
No,
I
he
got
was
that
happy.
vibe.
He was so happy.
He was ecstatic. He was
Maybe Connor was the number 4 in his top 4. So he was like, thank God.
See, he named Connor. He named Connor his top.
Oh
his
yeah,
top
he
4.
did.
Yeah.
So he was probably so stoked about it. And meanwhile, Trey is blubbering. Like this man is so upset. I felt so literally as soon as I saw Trey, I started crying. He was so upset about it.
Yeah. Like that's how you know Connor's a great guy.
Yeah.
Like there for the right reasons, like an amazing 10 out of 10 kind of guy.
Even Michael was crying and it was just like, these two, like Michael and Connor the cat are the sweetest gems of men that I've ever seen in my life. Like I cannot wait until they find their person and they get to live happily ever after because they're the sweetest people ever.
They really are. I love them. And I hope there's a spinoff with Trey, Connor, Greg, and Michael.
Ew.
Because I would watch.
Right? Like, can you invite us over? I'd love to hang out. Just like 10 minutes.
I want some dino nuggies.
Yeah, dino nuggies. Connor the cat can sing. Greg can maybe like act. And it would be Trey making us laugh. It would be so fun.
Yeah, play some charades.
Let's make a date. Okay, guys, hit us up.
So he says goodbye. And I actually was kind of surprised that they allowed him to say bye.
Me too.
Normally they just take away the suitcase and like he's gone.
And he like packed, like he was packing with the guys.
Yeah.
It was so, I found it like awkward though how they made him like come back in the middle of the day and the guys were just like so confused why he was there and he's like, yeah, I'm going home. Like it was so sad.
It was sad. And the fact that Katie was like, oh, like he said bye to you guys. Like even she was just like shocked.
Yeah. I don't think she realizes how sweet of a person he is. I feel like she just completely friend zoned him so much that she didn't really see like the true person he is because she maybe like, I don't know, was closed off to that side of him because that's maybe what you do like in a relationship. But I feel like she's going to watch these episodes back and be like, I don't know, maybe she'll like have like a little smidge of regret.
Yeah. And then I literally titled our next segment "Fucking Blake" because Blake, fucking irritating. He, like, I don't hate Blake, but like I'm irritated. so, so he goes up to Katie's window with a boom box as if we're in the '90s, and is playing music at Katie's window. This is
Country
right
music,
after.
to be specific. Country music.
Yes, like, can you get any more Canadian?
And
Any
cringe.
more? Um, and Katie's like, "Oh my God, Blake, blah, 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 whatever." And then all they did was make out.
In the hallway.
And it hurt my soul because I'm like, Connor was just shedding tears.
Yeah, like the carpet is warm where you guys are making out, and the Connor the cat was just there crying and had to go home. You guys didn't even let that spot get cool, and you're already pushing each other up against the wall.
It was so upsetting. I was like, oh my God, I feel like, I wonder if Connor watched that back being like, wow, I'm upset.
I feel like I would. If I watched, I'd be like, really, girl? Really? This was not even 10 minutes after he left. You know what? It's probably when he's crying with the guys and her and
Blake's
Blake are
like-
making out. He's like tiptoeing over with his little boombox.
Yeah, but they do have insane chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
I just like, I feel like they're like, I don't know, just like from glance, it just seems like their chemistry is very physical, and like I haven't seen the emotional chemistry yet. Like I saw their one little conversation that they had on their one-on-one, but other than that, I haven't seen like an emotional like connection. If that makes
I
sense.
agree. Yeah, because like we've seen her open up, but we haven't seen Blake talk about anything. Like he hasn't talked about much about his family. He hasn't talked about his life, anything he's like been through. We've only heard that from Katie. So I agree. I feel like it is like really physical. Obviously, like you can grow in a relationship that is physical, but so much of your relationship is emotional. And I'm just like wondering where that is. I don't know if like they've edited it out or if it's coming up, but yeah, it's kind of like I'm a little bit confused by the relationship now.
Yeah, and like I just want to know, is he moving to America or is she moving to Canada?
I know, right? Like, am I gonna see her at the grocery store? Like, what's going on, girl?
Like, is she gonna move to Hamilton, Ontario, or
You're going to Hamilton, Burlington, Toronto. Where are you guys going?
like I'll be there?
Yeah, we'll find you.
But yeah, I just like, Blake just annoys me sometimes. Like I love Blake, truly,
Me too.
but he just annoys me.
Yeah.
And then the rose ceremony happens. Katie completely cancels it because she says, "I know what I want. I know what I'm doing, and we're going straight to the rose ceremony." But then at the rose ceremony, she holds the first rose and says, "Hunter, can I talk to you?" So the guys were kind of mad because they're like, "Oh my God, Hunter's wasting more of our time again." Like he gets like another little like mini one-on-one to go talk to Katie. And clearly whatever he said did not go over well because his ass was sent packing.
Right. And she also cut out 4 guys this week.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I was like, hold on, we're already at the final 6?
Yeah. Like I feel like the season's moving really quick.
Well, she is just snipping left, right, and center. Like she has an agenda and she is sending people home.
Like it's crazy. And I feel like most of our favorites went home. Like
I'm pissed.
James, my favorite, went home. Tre, our favorite, went home. Aaron, like,
oh my God, justice for Aaron. Like, thank God he's going on Paradise, but like, Aaron got so shafted this season.
Like, I just like everyone I like is going home.
I know, I'm so upset.
Like,
I mean,
I
at least
can't.
Brendan stayed, but I was shocked. I thought she was gonna keep Tre, to be honest.
So did I. I thought she was gonna keep either James or Tre. Like I kind of was like, okay, Aaron, like I can see, like, I can see him going home. Like, love you, boy, but like,
you're a little problematic.
But I didn't see like I thought she would have chose either James or Tre.
I gasped when I heard Brendan. I was like, oh, Brendan? No way.
On Twitter, everyone's like, I didn't expect Brendan to get picked. Like,
Twitter was like, who? Who's Brendan? When did he show up?
Like, honestly, I feel like justice for Brendan.
I know, he's such a sweet guy.
Oh my God. But yeah, this episode was just like really upsetting.
It was.
And all my favorites went home like in 1 week. Like, it was like pew, 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 pew.
Right? I couldn't believe she like sent all of those people packing.
Five people went home in 1 week. Wow.
But they're all going to be on Paradise, except for Hunter. I wonder if they asked him and he was like, no, sorry.
I know. Interesting. But yeah, the episode was pretty good, but it's getting juicier and juicier. Like the promos just keep filling me with joy because I just know that something better is coming.
Me too. And I can't believe we already are at the top 6, right? Like, I think we skipped over top 10 because we have Brendan, we have Blake, Greg, Andrew S,
Michael,
Mike. That's it. We're already at top 6.
Why is it going by so fast?
Because she sniffs it.
And I did hear that she ended her season a week early.
Yeah. Okay, we got to get into some theories then this week.
Okay, let me go into my notes so I can really dive in.
I was going to say, I want to talk about one of our subscribers on our YouTube channel. I cannot remember her name, but she had a really good theory and I am kind of like changing my mind. So my original theory was Greg and Michael are going to send themselves home. I think Greg is like, oh my God, she has a relationship with other people. And he just like gets too overwhelmed and goes home. Michael, his son, FaceTimes him and tells him, Daddy, why aren't you here? And he goes home. Yeah. Now, this girl on our YouTube channel said that she has like a theory that Michael does go home. She thinks the same as us because of his son, but she thinks that Greg stays. And I forget who she said goes home, but she thinks that Greg stays and makes it to hometowns. Is hometowns when they do the fantasy suite?
Okay, so it was Judith Mize.
Yes, Judith.
Sorry if I said your last name wrong, but she said, this is my theory. Both Michael A. and Andrew S. say goodbye for family emergencies or family circumstances. Michael, his son, and Andrew, his grandma. Only 3 men make it to hometowns, Greg, Justin, and Blake. After fantasy suites, Kate sent home Justin, leaving Greg and Blake for Katie's hometown. Somehow, Greg found out Kate was intimate with Blake. That led to a fight. Greg left. Blake, last man standing, but Katie wants Greg and left without a man since she's not sure of Blake's full commitment. And then she said red flags. Katie said on day 1, Greg reminded her of an ex-boyfriend. Another red flag. One of her ex's name is Andrew.
And you know what kind of makes sense about that too is like, so that scene that we keep seeing in the promos of Greg is like with a bunch of chairs near a pool and he like storms off, and same with Katie, like she was like, book my flight home. I feel like it makes sense that her number 1 like is clearly Greg, and like maybe number 2 is Blake. I think that the second last episode, Blake doesn't tell her he loves her because you see his sister Taylor say like, why, like everybody else has told her that they love her, like why haven't you said that? So I kind of agree with her. Her name's Judith.
Yeah,
I agree with Judith. I think that she doesn't pick anyone in the end, and then the last episode is like her flying to Hamilton, or it's Blake flying to Seattle and they like meet up and then they get engaged, or maybe it's on the final rose that they get engaged, because I think she's engaged to Blake, but I don't think it's going to be, because she said like it's not a traditional ending. So I have a feeling that the like second last episode or the last episode is them like parting ways, and then he proposes after the final rose, or he proposes like wherever they live.
Yeah. And another one of our subscribers thinks that Greg's also going to leave for one of 2 reasons. Either he can't handle watching Katie be intimate with other men because he's in love with her, or he's just not there emotionally with Katie. And that was from Sartaj. I don't know if I said your name right. And if I
She is
didn't, I'm
such a
so sorry.
sweetie. Honestly,
Yes,
shout out to her.
yes. Shout out, like keep commenting on our videos. We love to hear your theories. Also,
Yes.
Judith, can we be BFFs? Because like both of our moms' names are Judith. So I think right there we're already like BFFs.
Shout out Judith. Yeah, I think that Greg again is just giving me the Sean Booth vibes. Like he is so jealous that Katie's having time with other people. And like obviously I would be jealous too if I was on the show and my, the person I think is gonna be my fiance is like getting intimate with other women. But like what are you gonna do? You have to just like put your blinders on and stay in your lane. Otherwise it's gonna eat you alive, just like it clearly is doing to Greg.
Yeah, I agree. We can only wait. Only time will tell. Honestly.
I know. I'm excited to see next episode because in the promo, it showed Mike, the gym owner, like making out with her, and they have like some kind of strong connection. And I literally forgot about this man. I hadn't seen him once on my TV this week.
I know. The only time I saw him was when he said he'll have no problem failing the masturbation challenge because I'm assuming he doesn't masturbate.
I was like, oh my God. Honestly, that was so funny to see. I was like, you get it, Mike. Do you?
Literally. Yeah. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm nervous because so many theories are coming out, and every single theory that I read or that like I hear, I'm like, oh my God, it's true. Like
me too.
It sounds like it can't be like not true, you know?
Yes, they all sound like so logical, like they would all make sense. But I feel like all of the theories, no one has ever said that she ends up with anyone but Blake. Like from the start, we have always said like we think it's gonna be Blake. All of the like our subscribers think it's gonna be Blake. I think it's just not gonna be that traditional like, oh, I'm proposing to you and I'm getting the final rose. I think it's gonna be after that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see. We will see. Well, you guys, that's pretty much the end of our episode.
Yes.
Let us know who you're sad most to see leave.
Yes.
I think mine is a tie between. No, I'm sad about all of them. They're all my favorites. I'm sad about, except for Hunter.
Right?
No shade, but yeah, I'm really sad because all my favorites went home this week. So I'm shedding a tear for each and every one.
Me too. But like especially Connor the Cat, Aaron, and Tre. Like those were our OGs and they're gone.
I know. I'm so upset. Like, oh, James was in my top 5 and now he's gone. I had high hopes. I think
Connor was in our I think Tre and Connor the Cat were in our top 5.
Yeah, like I'm really a bad judge of character.
I thought Connor was going all the way. I just don't know. I so see it now that it was more of like a friend zone thing. But like he's so sweet. I guess so just because someone is sweet doesn't mean you have a connection with them. Like true. I totally get that.
Yeah. That's so true. Been there. Done that.
I'm glad.
But yeah, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel, like our YouTuber subscribers are very engaged. Like we
love you.
We love you guys. We love reading your comments. We love responding. Keep the interaction going.
Yes.
We love it.
Tell us your theories, please, even if it's on Instagram or YouTube. But I love hearing everyone's theories.
Yes, and make sure to share this podcast with your friend.
Yes.
Whether they watch The Bachelor, they love pop culture, make sure to share, share with a friend, let them know about our podcast so we can all be a big family together,
Yeah, we gotta be a bunch of stans out here with all of our faves on the show.
So make sure to follow us on Instagram at Our Group Chat Podcast and our personal Instagram. So mine's at Melena Lindsay, MELAINA LINDSAY, and Sarah Galley at SARGALLYY. I don't know why I was like hesitating.
I'm gonna have to change that soon because I'm getting married in October. Maybe it'll be easier for you.
It'll be SARPAPPAS.
There you go.
And yeah, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube because we also post a video of our podcast. If you want to see like Sarah like holding her phone up, make sure you watch. We do a lot of hand signals on our
Like we're
on our YouTube.
snapping.
Yeah, snapping. I'm wiping my tears away because I was laughing so hard. So make sure to watch if you want to see a video of us. We just do it for you guys, you know?
Yes, and we have highlights on there too that we usually our highlights are like our theories and like quick little snippets of us. So make sure, yeah, check out our YouTube channel. It's popping off and we love our subscribers. They're awesome.
Yes. And you can find our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. So
Apple,
Spotify.
Spotify, Amazon, all of them.
Yes, and make sure to subscribe, follow us, interact with us, and we will see you guys next week.
Yes, I'm so excited to see what's going to happen next week.
And if you guys ever want us to do like a little mini series on our YouTube, let us know. Like if we're ever hanging out together and you want us to like kind of do like a vlog style of like what we do when we're together, let us know because we would love to do that.
Yes, we will.
Because it gives us an excuse to hang out in person.
It's for business.
And it will give you content. So let us know and we will gladly do it. But yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.